party people. Hello, it is Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today with project number 5. Project number 5. Number 5. From the Bargain Bead Box plan. So I think that the plans that we've done for a Bargain Bead Box are going very well. They're going slower than I would like, but it is what it is. So this is project number 5. This is going to be a rosary chain. It says use the looper. Okay, you guys, I don't remember this, but that's fine. I have notes. It says, project 5, use the looper. Okay, so we're going to get the looper. Let me just get our tools. This is the 1.5 millimeter looper. And it says that I'm going to make rosary chain, and I'm also going to use the looper and do wire wrapping. Maybe. Or do wire wrapping. So I'm going to use, do I want to use this one or do I want to use the bigger one? I guess I'll use this one. So here's what I'm talking about. This is the one-step looper, and I have the 1.5 and I also have the 2.25 millimeter looper. So these two make bigger loops, obviously. I think I'll use the small one. So I'm going to use the small one. And then it says, in this bag of business, I should have a toggle clasp, and it says, Randy, please note, step 1, cap all of your druzy beads. Druzy beads? Druzy beads? It says cap druzy beads first to see how many you have, but I don't know. I thought we were going to cap whatever. It says druzies, we'll cap druzies. Okay, fine. That's what we're doing. So here we are. So this is what we're going to do. So if you guys are new to the series, welcome in. We'd love to have you. So basically what we do is I get my Bargain Bead Box. I pay for my Bargain Bead Box. It's not sent to me or anything like that. I just do this because it's fun and people like to see it. So what I do is I do an unboxing and then I do a plan video. If you want to go back to the plan video, you can see all the plans as we made them. And this is them coming to life. So let's jump down to the mat. Also I want to premise this video by saying this is a working studio and work is happening here. So if you hear some noises and some things and some stuff, we have pets and we have people and things are happening. Not to be alarmed. Also, if you want to get in on the Bargain Bead Box, if you have never before had a Bargain Bead Box, so you can go to their website, www.bargainbeadbox.com, and you can get your subscription. You can subscribe monthly. I get mine by the year. I pay for the year. You can do 6 months, 3 months, blah, blah, blah. If you do that and you want to use my code, if you are a first timer, you can use the code Thunderhorse86, and that'll get you $2 off your first subscription if you'd like. And yeah. Let's jump down to the mat. Get this party started. Alrighty, guys. Here we are. I gotta have a sip of coffee before we get going. Oh, it's very hot. Whew. Okay. So, rosary chain doings. These are all the beads that we picked out for this. It's quite a lot of beads, actually. Compared to, like, the last project we did, which was the bracelet, which just had a few beads. So, it's quite a few beads. Now, I'm going to move this to the side. I don't remember. Let me just put it there so I can see what it says. I don't remember I have it drawn here, so I'm going to attempt to recreate this pattern that I was talking about. And let's see. So I have, let me just move this down here. I got 2 moons. 2 moons and 2 moons, and then I got this one, and I've got these 2. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I think I might be better off this way. 1 second. Let me just get my life together here. Okay, so we start here. Then it says we've got crystals. Now, I don't think there was any rhyme nor reason to these crystals, but we've got 3 on this side. And we got 3 on this side. Then we got drusies. 3 on this side. And 3 on this side. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Then we've got moons. Then we've got drusies and crystals. I remember this because there was a 3 crystals, a mermaid glass, a druzy, oop, druzy, 2 crystals. I remember this because the count was weird. That's why it's important, I think, is the deal. And a druzy. So 2 crystals and a druzy. And then these guys here. And then moons. And then it starts over, is my understanding of this situation. So we're going to start with that. I'm just going to leave all this down here because, you know, we don't need that right now. But, so this looks to be like the pattern I was going for. I did tell myself to cap all of my drusies. I wanted to cap the middle drusies. I wanted to cap all the drusies first to see how many I would have, and then I would know where to place them. Okay. So, that being said, let's get those out here. And I'm going to cap them. And then I'll probably show you how to do it. And then I'll probably cut out and cut back in because that's repetitive and takes forever. So, let me say this. For my rosary chain, what I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using this 20 gauge wire. So I chose to use a heavier gauge, 20 gauge, just because, I don't know, I feel like this rosary chain needs a little stability. So I'm going to go with that. Now, I don't know if I'm going to, well, yeah, there it went. I'm using artistic wire on this big roll and it just flies around. I don't know if I am going to cap these with my looper. Capping with my looper is not really my favorite thing to do, but we'll see. Okay, so let me just see how it looks here. Put my cap on, and then a druzy. It's quite easy, actually. And then a cap. So the reason I don't generally like to cap with the looper is because you can see how loose it is, and that's just a personal preference. I prefer to wire wrap, but let me see if I can tighten it up. Get the camera to focus. Let's see. Yeah, it's not my fave. It's not my fave. There's just like a millimeter of extra space that I'm not in love with. So, let me see here. I can roll that over and then that'll hold it into place. That's not my favorite either. Let me try a wire wrapped one. So hand wire wrapping it, I mean. Which, I'm going to have to make it pretty small. to tuck in the pokey part. Okay. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. We'll do a couple examples here before we get rocking. So this is actually an example of how you could do your entire necklace. If you didn't want to use a looper, or if you didn't have a looper, you could wire wrap it this way. So here's the difference. So I took this one. Get my camera to focus on it. I don't know if you can see that right there. I just kind of rolled that over so that it would stay in place. And it looks funny. It's not my favorite. Otherwise, if I leave that open just as it was with the loop, like the original loop that I made with the looper, it just is loose. It's loose, and I don't particularly care for that. This one is not going to do that, but that is a wire wrap. Now the other option we could do is we could make our own loops. Let me get a piece of wire. Our own simple loops. And I'm going to flush cut this. So to make your own simple loop, you're just going to make sure you don't feel any wire over here. You're going to spin it. Your wrist is going to be in this weird position. You're then going to reposition and spin until... Okay, camera, get it together. Until the wire meets itself. Then what you'll do is you're going to take your chain nose, you're going to go inside the loop. You're then going to turn this hand till it's like this. So turn it like half a crank. While you're doing that, you're going to kind of push this over. You're going to do it in one fluid motion so that your sad lollipop is now happy and standing up. So it looks like an eye pin. Okay, and then you could take it and put on your druzy. And this way, you're doing the same thing as the looper, but you got slightly more control. I'm going to hold this in place. I'm going to cut just a smidge above my finger. You're going to do the same thing. And even then it's a little loose. So I think what I'm going to do for the capping part is I am going to wire wrap my capping parts. This is a personal preference. You do what you want. I'm going to wire wrap my capped beads, and I'm going to looper the rest of my beads, I think is what I'm going to do. Again, personal preferences. So let's do this guy one more time, and then I'll cap them all and we'll move on. So, wire wrapping. I'm sure you guys have seen me do this a million times. Bend it with my thumb. Okay, camera. It's just not, the camera is not liking me today. Well, guess that is what it is. I don't know. Alright, so I get these on here. And wire wrap this side. Yeah, my camera is just being silly today. What the problem is. Alright, well. So, anyway, we get these wire wrapped up. Therefore, the caps don't move on the beads. And we will be able to link them right in with the other ones once we get them created. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to cap all of my jerseys. I'll be right back. And we're back. So, I wire wrapped all of the ones and placed them kind of in the arrangement that I want them to be in. I ended up wrapping 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 that I hand wire wrapped. I did not have enough of the bead caps to wrap all of them, so I kind of have some blank ones in between. So anyways, now what we're going to do is we are going to start by wrapping crystals. I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, maybe I should wrap this one as well, because it's got kind of a larger hole. I think I will. So I'm going to wrap that one too, probably all of these, just because it has such a large hole on it that I'm scared that if I just, you know, that it'll move around too much is the moral of the story. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that, and then we can start in with the looper. If at this point you're like, oh, maybe I'll just wrap the whole necklace. I thought about that too, but honestly, I think it's just going to add more drama to the necklace, which is good. The good kind of drama. Is this going to go through there? I think, yeah. So there's a little bit of my issue that I was talking about. Let's see. Come on, camera. That's going over the top of my loop right there. I do not want that. So I'm actually going to grab up maybe a spacer for this. Like a spacer star of some kind. Here's some. So these are just some random spacers I have around the house. Let's see, I'm going to need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 spacers. Is there 10 in here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Just barely. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll put one of these on, then one of these. And this is just so that it doesn't move around so much. And then I'll wire wrap this guy. No problem, no problem. It's fine. Snip. Okay. And then we can start over here doing the looper. So for the looper, now also an option, just want to throw this out there, you could also get yourself some eye pins. Do I have silver eye pins down here? Yeah, I do. Nope, those are bronze. Here's some silver ones. Maybe we'll use these. So you could use wire, you could use silver eye pins. I think maybe I'll try to use these silver eye pins. Because I'm just going to put it on there like that and go with my looper. and I'm going to push it over just a smidge. And it's going to remain open. I don't know if you can see that. It kind of has a little open piece right here, but that's fine because I'm going to have to connect this on anyway. So I'm going to have to open it anyway. So that is not a big deal. And I'm just going to do that here as well. And so that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to get all these ready to go, and then we'll be able to put them together. Do one more. There we go. So I'm going to put all of this together, and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, party people. So now all we gotta do is put this bad boy together. So a couple of options here as well. We always have options. So we could go with the jump rings, which we may or may not have to do in some parts anyways. But for now, down here, I'm going to start with, let's see. I'm going to start with this little guy. And we're just going to start connecting on. And I'm in debate if I want to go this way. I think I do. So basically I'm just opening these little wires as though they were jump rings. And then closing them back up. I will get a tighter shot of that so you can see what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about. If my camera will focus. So. On these ones I made with the looper, one end is already kind of open. So that's good because I'm just connecting them together and then closing them up. So that's what I'm doing. Some of them are a little more closed than others. And I'm just making sure to keep to whatever pattern. So now right here, I will have to open this side because I'm going to put on one of these wire wrapped links. Put that in there. And close him up. I might have to zoom out a little bit. My camera's not doing very good with focus today, so hold on a second. Better? So same thing on this side. I'll have to open this side and then put him on here. Close him up. Perfect. Open this side, put my moon on. Just utilizing this little guy as a jump ring. Good and tight. Alright, so basically what I'm doing is I'm doing one section at a time as to not screw up. So here's what I have so far. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It might look a little different because my crystals, I didn't sort them by color or anything. I was just like 3 crystals here, 3 crystals here, blah blah. So we will continue on with this part. And I'm just going to do one pattern section at a time so I don't get confused. But other than that, should be good. Golden, as they say. Okey-dokey. So, this little guy is, this little design here is kind of a lot of work for making all these little links, but I think in the end we are going to be quite happy with the way that it turns out. So that's good. I love rosary chain. It's really, it really is one of my favorite things. I don't know why. And then whenever I go to do it, I'm always like, oh, it takes so long. Because instant gratification. But in the end, I always love it, so. Let's see now. I want to get my moon on the right direction. Which I believe this is going to be in the front. I believe it'll be this way. Although those will probably spin in this design, but that's fine because they are double-sided. Alright, so there's our first section all, we can barely see. So our first section all put together. I'm already in love with it. I'm loving it. It was a lot of work, but I'm loving it. So now the second section that I'll do will be this section here up until the next moon. So this does have a little different pattern. It has druzy, 3 crystals, this mermaid glass, a druzy, 2 crystals, and then another druzy. So I don't really want, so now that I'm looking at this, I don't really want to use a jump ring right here. So I'm going to change the pattern, because since this is a twisted link, I would, to connect it here, I'd have to use a jump ring. I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to snag one of these crystals from the cluster of 3, and I'm going to attach that first, because otherwise I'd have to use a jump ring, and I don't want to. So then I will attach on my druzy. And nobody's going to know that little design change except for you and I. So I'm not worried. You know, and the internet. I guess, and the internet will know. So I am happy, excuse excuse me, I am happy that this is turning out how I thought that it would when we originally made the design. I was hoping that it would go well, since I planned to have this kind of pattern with these star beads, because I really like these star beads, but they're kind of like, I don't know. When they first came in the package, I was like, I like them, but what am I going to use them on? And now I'm like, okay, I feel confident that I made it work out pretty well. Because sometimes I get beads and I'm just like, this is cute, but what am I going to put this on? It was kind of one of them deals. Okay, so now I'm back in this situation again. Because now I have this one that is supposed to connect to here, but they're both got wired links on them. So I think what I'll do for this is I'm going to go over here to the top and I'm going to snag these two jerseys, and I'm going to add them in over here so that I can connect this wire wrapped one. And this wire wrapped one. And now we are to the moon, which also has a wire wrap on it. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to steal two crystals from over here. And now we utilize that. So now I just have to remember the little design changes I made so I don't screw up the other side. Because now we are to the moon. We went to the moon. Isn't that great? So here's that piece that we just put together. This one needs a little closing, I think. Close it up a little better. I'm just giving it a once over here. This one as well. Okay, pretty good chunk there. I'm pretty happy with it. Now I'm going to go to the other side, keeping in mind that this is my focal center right here. I'm just going to kind of lay this side out so that I can see those design changes I made. And move on. So in the end, this is going to be a pretty long necklace. That's always been the plan. It's going to be about 30 something inches. Which is kind of nice because you can utilize these rosary chains as like pendant ready strands too, if you want to like hang something on them. If you have like a larger lobster claw or something, and you have a cool pendant you want to hang on here, which I'm sure I have a cool pendant running around somewhere, that I'm like, hey, what am I going to do with this? So I am excited about that. It looks kind of bent that guy a little bit. That one got a little bent up. There we go. Saved it. Well, I was going to give up for the night earlier. I'm glad I didn't. Sometimes when I do beading all day, I get into a thing and then I'm like, I'll just finish it tomorrow. And then sometimes I lose my motivation to finish it tomorrow. Because tomorrow comes and that has its whole other day of whole other challenges, you know. So I'm glad I just decided to go ahead and finish it up. I think it'll be cute. Okay, so we're here. Put on this wire wrapped one. Also, I am pretty happy with this, like, it's a pattern but not really kind of situation I got going on with the crystals. At first I was like, oh, maybe I should sort out the colors of the, you know, the crystals and make, you know, make sure and all that. Then I was like, I don't think so. So I am actually pretty happy with that. I like the way it turned out. Look. Sorry, I picked it up and on these head pins, I'm going to have to go back through and on the head pins that I use, or yeah, the head pins. Because I opened one side, I didn't open both sides, and you know how sometimes that side isn't all the way closed. So I'm going to have to go through and just double check them all to make sure that they are actually completely closed. If there's any space, I'm going to want to close that up. But anyway, so here's the necklace. You guys, I could not be more happy with it. Let me zoom out a little bit. That's wrong zooming out. Zoom out. Zoom out, zoom out. Yes. So also, I'm going to whip these earrings up real quick, which are an improv moment, but totally worth it. Yeah, sucker's going to be long. I love it. You probably even double it up. Okay, so for these, I'm just going to add jump rings. It's like, oh, but wait, there's more. I really like this a lot. It actually turned out, I think, even better than I thought it was going to. So, okay, we'll go like this. Boom, boom, boom. More connecting of jump rings. More connecting of little rings. And then look, so we do have a loop here. I'm going to take that opportunity to find myself a star charm and put on there. I don't know that we have any extras. Let me see what we got. Let me see what we got. We need just a star, a silver star. We do have these extra little star beads from earlier when we made the constellation. Now, I don't know that one is really going to be enough, so I'm going to do a couple. Get a ball head in here. I'm just going to do a couple of stars, maybe like 3. Maybe I could do, can I do 2 on one? Well, heck yeah, why not? Why not? So I'm going to put 2 stars on this one. Because again, why not? And I'm just going to wire wrap them right on here. Seems to be the going rate. And then one here. I left a little extra there so I could really wrap down. That's just a design choice. Also, these little tails can be kind of hard to get in there, but I got that one, I believe. One more. This one I'll do tight. Ooh. Oh, it went through the star. You know, I just thought of another thing you could do. If you didn't want to do earrings, you could also do a bracelet with these by just connecting them all together. And be matching. Oh, sorry. You guys are kind of far away because I was showing you that. Oh, my battery is going to die. Hold on, battery. There's what they look like. Super cute. I don't know if I can get an earring wire on before my battery dies. Maybe. Maybe I could. If I had one of these guys right here. Boom. She's the long one, but she's on there. And then I'll finish up the rest of them. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here and for being part of this rosary chain necklace. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you are all having a wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day. If you are, if you're not, I hope you are now. Love this. I think it turned out great. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell. Bye, guys.